Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another session of Let's Create Africa, where we seek to, again, you know how we do it, inform, inspire, and highlight change makers in Africa. Today, I have a very good guest. My name is WaihigaKMuturi, as you all know me so far. So good. And today we have a very special guest, a very close friend of mine also. Before she turned into a celebrity, actually. Now we have to call her through other people, but hey, we are thankful for that. Either way, I'm welcoming Lucy Wache O. Tafadhali Lucy, before I even do the major introductions, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Waihiga. Thank you for having me on this platform. And I am not a celebrity. Where? Hey. I am not.
That's relatively speaking. You know, different people have different information about you. So, hey, please continue.
My name is Lucy Wache. What do you want to know? You want to know about me or what I do? Do you want to know
Just
me?
you. Let's know about you.
Okay.
I think everybody
Okay.
wants to know about you.
Okay. So my name is Lucy Wache. I am a self-driven, warm, adventurous woman who loves God, loves people, loves life. I am passionate about purpose, about using my background, my skills, my experiences, my gifts to make my contribution to this world and to inspire people towards excellence. I am also very passionate about performing arts, about acting, about poetry, about dancing and singing, and all things performing arts. I'm also very passionate about inspiring people towards excellence, helping people to live out their purpose and to believe in themselves. Yeah, I am married to a very fine gentleman, and together he and I have the honor of raising 3 wonderful boys. Yeah, I guess that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you very much, Lucy. Just a quick one also then. You actually came from corporate to acting and poetry and all that, basically theater, right?
Yes.
Please tell us why you decided such a crazy thing.
Well, it wasn't... Okay, I've always been a performing artist. Like, I was introduced into the world of performing arts at the age of 9 through poetry and then acting and then dance throughout primary school and throughout high school. And even in campus, that's when I started now acting professionally. When I was at the University of Nairobi, then I joined Heartstrings Ensemble. Then that's the theater company I did my first professional show with. And so throughout campus, I used to act with Heartstrings, with the Phoenix Players, with the Sterling Quality, with many other groups that were there at that time. And so it's something that I was very passionate about. Then after uni, of course, I joined the corporate, was in the supply chain industry. So I worked there for 13 years. So of course, 2 different firms. And so the firm that I ended up with was an American logistics firm. I started with DHL, which was a German company, is a German company. And then I moved to DHL. I mean, I'm from DHL to another American firm. And that's where, after 5 years, I exited. Now, my exit was not those of, I want to leave. No, the company was not doing so well. Okay. The company was not doing so well at the time. And I was pregnant and there was so much going on. So there was the offer to managers, my boss and I, to exit. So there was this, which I took at the time. But when I was taking that package, I was like, I'm going, I have my baby, I go for extended maternity, and then I do what? I go right back to the corporate because I felt, why not? Because that's where I had built my career and that's where I was thriving at the time. So I said, okay, I'll have the baby, and then after that, I'll go back to the corporate. But then after delivery, I started of course, applying, yes, but also going for auditions, because this, even throughout the corporate, I didn't leave my passion for performing arts. I still used to do that as part-time. So after work, I would still go for rehearsals. I still do shows. But now my turning point was after delivery, actually. So I started going for auditions and stuff. And then I started thinking, and yeah, this is where I'm thriving. This is where I feel like I'm getting meaning. Why can't I just start building now a full-time career out of performing arts? Of course, it was not an easy decision to make, because I was moving from a very good, what can I say?
A good job, basically.
Yeah, a good job, a comfortable zone, where the money is sweet, where the benefits are sweet and everything. And so I had to sit down with my hubby and tell him, look, this is what I'm really, really passionate about. Is it possible for me to make this transition, and into full-time performing arts? And so, but I thank God for him. He's a very understanding gentleman. So we said, okay, because when you're passionate about something, when you know you've found your purpose, you are willing to pay the price. And I told him, look, I'm willing for us to just, downgrade, just change our lifestyle, if that's what it comes to, so that we can, so that I can start this thing and see where it gets us. Yeah. So that was it, actually. And I have no regrets whatsoever leaving the corporate and now living what I believe is my purpose, the reason I was created for.
Okay, thank you so much for that. It's really amazing that you did such a thing. And I'd like to also know, now your current profession actually is in acting, poetry, and directory, right?
Among other things, I call myself a freelance. Among other things, yes, I am a freelance performing artist. Okay. But that comes, if I can break it down for you. So, in acting, I am a stage, screen, and voice actress. Okay. But my passion for theater, of course, is evident in most of my works. In poetry, I write my poetry in English and Kiswahili. Of course, my love for Kiswahili is also evident in most of my works. I also direct shows. I direct shows for theater companies, for educational institutions, for church. I'm a very active member in our church drama group. So I direct some shows there. And then I am a role player, a professional role player. Sometimes, and this is a newish thing, but it's very, very promising. So we engage with corporates and help them in their training. So, for instance, if they want to gauge how their managers handle under pressure when they have, say, a customer from hell, I become that customer from hell. If they want to see how a manager handles a stubborn employee, I act out. I role play. I become that stubborn employee. So it's a new thing, but it's something that is it's an opportunity also for actors and also for the corporates to engage with the artists, to help them in their training programs, to help them recreate. We help them recreate scenarios that will help the employees understand certain concepts. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yes? Just to confirm, is this more like improv or something else?
It's improv, because you're just given the guideline of we just need you to act out this, and then so you just give if it's a manager, you just give them a hard time. Yeah, you don't, it's not rehearsed or anything. You just give them a hard time until to a point and see how they will behave. But not all is improv. Like, for instance, earlier this year, EABL had a pension day, and they had asked a theater company to help them, highlight the importance of saving for retirement. And I was part of the cast. So that one was scripted, and we were able to now highlight those things so that the employees could understand. There's power, of course, in story, and people get concepts better when they're acted out. They can see themselves in the story. Yeah. So
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing.
I hope that answers that. That's under
Very
role
much.
play, yeah. And then the other
Very
thing I
much.
do also is commercial modeling and voiceovers. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. So just to continue with the conversation, how, or better yet, what can you say is the greatest impact of the work that you're doing, especially currently, now that you moved since from corporate to the arts industry, or rather entertainment industry, as some of the people would call it? What would you call your impact highlight? And now, just not in Kenya, maybe even in Africa, if you've already crossed the border. I'm sure there's one of your show that's actually on Mnet. That means you've already crossed the border, right?
Yes, you could say that. I had not thought of it that way, but yeah.
I know you did. That's why I do this, because I remind people they're actually more awesome than people think they are. And that's why you're actually on Let's Create Africa, because I think you need to tell people, just like your show, what exactly are your impact highlights so far? I'm assuming in the year that COVID now has happened, what are your impact highlights, not only in Kenya, but also in Africa?
Yeah, that's a heavy question. I don't think I can answer it. Anywho, so I don't know what impact the work I do really has on people, but I can speak, because the impact is really gauged by the person who receives it, who experiences it. And then they say, okay, this is how I felt, or because of this show, then I feel this way, or I'm able to think this way. But I can tell you about the power of story, and actors are storytellers. Artists have this power through what they do to educate. They have this power to start conversations or ask critical questions through story. They have this power to either enrich culture or to pass it on. And you can see that by people. We are like this mirror. So when you're on stage or on screen, you're this mirror to this person, and maybe through what you're doing, they can ask themselves, okay, is that me? Should I be a better person? Or is this issue that is being highlighted, like if it's Black Lives Matter, or there are themes, there are these themes that all these stories carry, and through the stories that we tell, we're able to add our voice to the conversation, or even lead to, maybe, I don't know, it's our voice. We can even cause a revolution through what we do. Most poets use their pieces for social, to highlight social injustices, or to just add their voice to social political issues. And like this issue of COVID billionaires. I have a piece for how I'm a billionaire or COVID, and it's changemakers. It's cooking. It's coming out soon. I want to add my voice to that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's amazing. So, and maybe also people need to know, how long have you been at it? I keep somebody actually saying, I keep saying this year during COVID, but how long have you been at it, for those who have missed also?
I think I've been in the performing arts space professionally, that is, for 15 years. Of course, part-time initially, but now full-time for since 2018. Full-time now, yeah.
Since 2018. Oh, great. For people who want to join the arts industry, how can you tell them to go about it? I know you've received that question too many times, but how can they actually get into it?
Okay, so firstly, you need to have, you need to be a person who can take rejection, because we go for auditions. Yeah, we go for audition after audition. It doesn't matter how good you are, you will face rejection at some point in this industry. So you have to be able to take it. So how are you able to take it is, first of all, to know that this is what you really, really want. So you have to start with, is it what you really want? And are you gifted in that line? And are you willing to pay the price? And are you willing to stay the course? If you're coming in for fame and for fortune, my friend, you're in for a rude shock, because it's a jungle out here. But we're doing it because we are passionate about it and we want to make a difference through the gifts that we've been given. That's what I would say. And then align yourself with people who are passionate about this craft, and people who want to, that those people who just want to pour out their lives and their experiences to others, to hold other people's hands. So yeah, that's what I would say. And then the other thing, put in the work. So if you want to be an actor, you have to put in the work. There's a lot of work that goes on before you become good. You go for training, of course. You memorize monologues and practice and share with someone who maybe can give you feedback on how you can get better and better at what you're doing. So be willing to put in the work and to pay the price for it. Yeah.
Amazing. So just to join onto the question about talking about your impact highlights, why do you think your work is relevant in Africa also? You might be doing it, but people are thinking, is it necessary, especially during a time like this? But why do you think it's relevant in Africa?
Firstly, you've noticed how during COVID, everyone was just Netflixing and Showmaxing, and that means that people need content. People are yearning for content. So my profession is very relevant, and I might say it's you really can't cap it. The opportunities are. There are so many. So yeah, we are needed in this space to educate and to entertain. People need to be entertained. They're working themselves off. They're stressed. They want somewhere to relax and just and be entertained. So there's that power to entertain, to educate, to as I said before, to just start debates on some topics or address some issues that we face currently. So I'd say it's very relevant, but I think what is lacking is wholesome content. So, and I think that is wholesome content, yeah. And that's something I'm very passionate about. And I have projects that I am working on that, God willing, they would shape the way we look at content in Africa. And so, so I am very passionate about wholesome content. I would like to see a situation where we're not, you're not surfing through Netflix and thinking, there's nothing I can watch with my kids. Everything has, nudity, has language, has, all those things. So yeah, that's what I would say would be something I am desiring to contribute is towards wholesome content. Yeah, wholesome entertainment. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Let me read a few questions from a few people. Let me check this. And they ask, how are you empowering others to emulate your work? No pressure on that one. That's actually from Eve. She's asking, how are you empowering others to emulate your work?
Okay, so nothing grand. Yeah, nothing grand. What I do is I make myself available. I make myself available to share my skills, my experiences with people I work in projects with, and anyone actually. People might call me up and ask, hey, I need help with approaching auditions, or I need help with, maybe I'm technologically challenged. Are you able to put this thing together for me? Or how do I'm new in this thing, how can I penetrate the industry? So I'm usually available to share my skills, my experiences, and when I direct shows, I think that's where I feel it's usually very fulfilling for me. Like when I direct shows and I find, look, so day one of rehearsals, maybe if it's a children's show, day one of rehearsals, you have this child who's very timid, shy, but by the time the curtains are opening on opening night, they've become so confident. So the transition is so fulfilling for me. I feel like I've added something to someone, I've contributed to their growth in a way. So they are so confident, they're owning the stage, they, expressing themselves well. So that is one way through directing that I'm able to pass on that which has been passed on also to me. But also earlier this year, I was approached by, there's a cooperative that does community theater, and they asked me to mentor them. And so even during this COVID season, we arranged a Zoom training session, and I was able to pass on. I'm just passing on what has been passed on to me, because I've had great mentors, I've had great trainers who've walked the journey with me. So I'm willing, and I'm willing to share it with others as well.
Amazing. Another question from Kim from Buruburu. How has your industry evolved and or will evolve in lieu of the pandemic?
Hey, first of all,
you've just started with drama, yani like hey, wachani kuambie.
Hii pandemic imetuonyesha maneno. Let me tell you, as performing artists, we have felt the brunt of this pandemic. Lakini, there's something about having grit and having, sorry?
Mungu yuko.
Mungu yuko. I think most creatives have really been affected by this. People had projects that were going on, and like me, I was even starting on a very exciting project, and then everything had to stop abruptly. But hey, if you don't change with the times, my friends, what happens? Utaachwa hapo. So what I have seen people do, which is very good, people have become, most performing artists have become content creators. You can see YouTube channels, CG podcast. People have become podcasters. They become content creators, which is a good thing. The other thing, how I've seen the industry evolve is, there was webinar after webinar after webinar, like knowledge sharing. There was no scarcity of it. But even up to now, I think. But in the initial months of the lockdown, I have personally benefited from the many webinars that were there, industry specific, by the way, by experts in our industry. People were sharing knowledge freely on how people can use this time. I call it dry planting. Farmers actually call it dry planting, where during the dry season, that's where you till the land and plant, and then hope that when the rains come, that's not when you're going now, running around looking for seed and stuff like that. So this is the season that has happened. This season has forced us to do those things, do the things that we had not thought of before. Like I had never thought of starting my YouTube channel, but thanks to COVID, I started my YouTube channel. And now, because as artists, you're thinking, okay, and now I need to increase my online presence. I need to put my work out there. The other thing people have done is trainings have been online. I've done 2 online masterclasses during this COVID season. So we have been forced to embrace technology and work with it. What else? Auditions have now moved, are more virtual auditions. So, which is a good thing, because this is an area I thought needed a lot of streamlining, and so auditions are now more efficient. You just, send your show reel or your audition tape, and then if you've been picked, then you can go for a one-on-one callback. But the initial audition is most theater companies or film companies is virtual. The auditions are virtual, which is a good thing. The other thing we've seen is online rehearsals. Of course, they have their own challenges, but I've done one. We did a stage play and we had to do online rehearsals, Zoom rehearsals. Of course, the challenge is not all actors have access to internet or laptops. So that's a challenge there, but that has happened also. what else has happened? Oh, some people are actually putting up stage plays online. So they're filming the play and selling it online. So we've seen an uptake in, what was meant for live being brought online. We've seen online poetry festivals, and I've been part of 2 of them. I've taken part in 2 of the online, like the virtual poetry festivals. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Lucy.
So
I'm even very sorry. I'm about to disappoint you. You started saying something, and you are on a roll, but we completely lost you. I think
oh no.
I know. We completely lost you. I'm even surprised you didn't notice.
No, I did not. I'm so sorry. So where did I?
Oh my God! I don't even know where to start with you again. But anyway, I'm so sorry. I mean, the question basically was somebody asking, and I'll even go back to it so that you can actually get back to it. But I'm so sorry for that. We completely
No
lost
problem.
you.
No problem. I didn't notice.
That's actually amazing. I hope it actually took it as you are, but because of a technical issue, I think we'll repeat that just because it was asked very nicely. Somebody
Could
really
you see
wanted
me
to know.
though?
Yes, I could see you, but it froze completely. Anyway, it's a
Okay.
technical issue that can be sorted either way. And actually, what they were asking is, how has your industry evolved and or will evolve in lieu of the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was the question.
So yes, and I was talking about we've seen actors becoming content creators.
Yes.
and uploading their stuff online. We've seen an increase in people opening their own YouTube channels and increasing their online presence as performing artists. We've also seen auditions going online. People are doing virtual auditions, which is a good thing because that's an area that needed streamlining. So auditions. So you do your first, and then if you're successful, then the callback is which is a good thing. The other thing is online rehearsals. I did a stage play, and we had to do Zoom rehearsals, which is interesting, very interesting, but has its own challenges because of not all actors have internet access, not all of them have laptops, so that can be a bit limiting. But it's something that is happening. We've also seen people doing stage plays and uploading them online for people to watch, and at a fee, of course. Yeah. So the trainers, people who train, have packaged their trainings and uploaded it online, so people are able to do virtual classes. And as I said earlier, I have done 2 master classes just during this COVID season, virtually. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. At least finally we've gotten to hear from you. Somebody is actually asking on Facebook, Lucy, so far you've been doing this much. How much does it even cost you to actually pursue this career? I know. I don't know why my people ask the deepest questions, even for me. I know.
What can I say? You're broke most of the time, so it's for the love of acting that I do this, and so because I'm very passionate about it, I'm willing to pay the price. For now, hoping that in due season, something will bear fruit. But I am planting seed. That's all I've been doing during even this COVID season, just planting seed, that just building my brand, just doing whatever, making whatever contribution I can through the gifts that I've been given. As for the money and all, I believe God will take care of that. God will bless the work of my hands. But He sustains. I've been sustained so far, so I am grateful even for that. Yeah, but it takes a lot. It takes waking up it takes late nights actually, because I'm nocturnal. I do late nights. My husband can attest to that. Because I want to know all I can about this industry. I learned how to edit just during this COVID season, and so I spend long nights just editing stuff and just to get better at it. So I shoot my own poetry. I edit it and I upload it. Of course, the first pieces sucked because of sound issues and all that, but I'm getting better with time. So I am experimenting a lot. I have done short films. In fact, one is about to drop shortly. So which I wrote and produced. So it's short, but it's my experiment. I own my experiments with pride because they show me where I have failed and where I need to improve and all that. Yeah.
Great. Good stuff. Actually, now that you've talked about brand, Kim is asking, what exactly is your brand?
In terms of what? I'm a freelance actress or freelance performing artist. But I don't know how I would answer that. But that is what I call my brand. Lucy Wache, the brand, is Lucy Wache, the actress, the poet, the director.
Tell us about your family.
That's what I am selling. I am selling this product, Lucy Wache, the actress, the poet, the director, a lover of performing arts. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Just tell us a bit about your brand. Sorry, actually, I repeated that question. Tell us a bit about your family. That's the question I've been asked.
So as I said earlier, my family. As I said earlier, I'm a wife to a very fine gentleman. Should I name names? No. Yes, and we have 3 boys. 14, 8, and 3 years. Okay. Yes.
Brilliant. Good. So to the next questions, please tell us your most favorite book so far and the type of impact it's caused in your life. These are the last questions as we get to wrap up. I mean, my people have very interesting things to ask you.
Okay. So there's this book that has transformed my thinking and continues to inform how I relate with people, how I relate with friends and enemies, how I relate with money. This book is called the Bible. It is the most transformational book I've ever read, and I continue to read. That's one. 2, there's this book called Why You Act the Way You Do. Why You Act the Way You Do by, I think it's Tim LaHaye. That book was an eye-opener for me because it helped me understand my personality and my strengths and weaknesses, and also and that of others. And because of that, I'm able to empathize and understand other people. Empathize with and understand other people. Those are the books. Oh, and the one I'm currently reading is called Headshot Secrets Revealed. By Bob Fraser. It's very industry specific. It's for actors, actually. Yeah, it talks about how, because you as an actor you need a good headshot to be called in even for an audition. So it talks about headshots, yes, but also the business side of acting. It's a very good book.
What did you call it again? I think somebody is actually asking for the name.
Headshot Secrets Revealed.
Headshot Secrets Revealed.
Revealed, yeah, by Bob Fraser.
Good. So I'm just tapping it for the people.
So it talks about that whole, the business of acting.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Headshot Secrets Revealed by Bob Fraser. Okay, guys, I'll put that up for you. And then also, what's your most favorite song or music genre that has actually also impacted your journey?
So, I love music, and therefore I appreciate different genres because of that. But the one that touches my heart is reggae, my friend. Yeah, I love getting down to reggae. Yeah.
You're a Bobo Shandi Pondupong.
But
I don't
I
even.
appreciate different genres actually. Yeah, because I love music generally. Yeah.
Okay, good. So last but not least, what's your favorite movie that has led you also to where you are right now? I think that has caused the most impact for you, I guess.
There's this movie I watched. It's called Miracle in Cell 17 or something like that. Miracle in, is it Cell 7 or Cell, one of, I can't remember. But that movie left me like, wow, 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 wow. I loved the story. I loved the acting. Yeah. I think it's Miracle in Cell 7, if not Cell 17. Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Can you just give us a snapshot on it?
It's about this this child whose father was what's the word? Can I say mentally challenged, but not mentally and physically challenged. Yeah. And so because of that, he was accused of doing something that he had not done. He was playing with this child, the daughter's friend, and then the child died in the process. Like I think fell into the river and something hit her head and she died. And so he was blamed for it. But he was innocent, and so he went to jail and all that. So we just see the struggle of this little girl trying to make sense of it all, trying to reconnect with the dad because they were so tight with the dad, as well as with the grandma who was taking care of her. But then at some point the grandma also passed on. It's a powerful story. If you can find it, it's on Netflix. Yeah, okay. I think it's Miracle in Cell 7. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Lucy, finally, we've come to the end of it all.
Yeah!
Hey, does that mean it's over? We've come to the end of it all. Thank you so much for joining us. And guys, this was Lucy Wache. I mean, guys, I couldn't even read her bio. It's so glorified. I don't even know what to say about it. But I can say it quickly. Lucy Wache is a Kenyan actress, theater director, and poet who loves singing, dancing, and everything performing arts. Though she made the transition from the corporate world to being a full-time performing artist in 2018, she cumulatively has over 15 years experience as a thespian. Guys, from there, do I have anything to say about this lady? Magnificent lady, love of reggae. Now we actually fully know. And mashy movies, it seems. But good to know. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our session for Let's Create Africa today. Unusual, you guys are used to 30 minutes, but man, when we have awesome guests, it just goes overboard. But I've still kept your time to hopefully the minimum 1 hour. We are done with Lucy Wache. Thank you, Lucy. We really appreciate the work that you're doing, and even the hope that you're and giving out during this season of life. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how to subscribe, like, share. Go to YouTube, Let's Create Africa. You can always get all the videos that we've done so far. You can go to Facebook Live. We also have the videos there. You can also go to Twitter Live. You'll have all the information there. Please subscribe, like, share. And again, we'll be putting a link down below this message, just so if you want to register on Restream, please use our voucher code. It will be on the link below. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. You've been awesome to us and you've followed us through so much. Thank you so much. We are coming to the end of our session this afternoon. And we move to this afternoon. Please wait up for next week. My name is WaihigaKMuturi and I was hosting Lucy Wache. We appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you.